If you're ready for one of the best pulled pork recipes, then you came to the right place. Let's get started. Hey everyone, M1 Shadow here. Today I'm going to be showing you a really good pulled pork recipe. This is something I've been doing. This is the way I've been doing it for a while. I think you're all going to really like it. I've got some pork chops over here. Typically people usually use like a Boston pork butt for pulled pork, but I've actually been experimenting, and my version is with pork chops, and it's really good. So let's get started. I made my own rub over here, which is basically, it's just very basic. I just got some salt, pepper, garlic powder, cumin, chili powder, and some brown sugar. And we're going to rub it on each side of every pork chop. So over here we have our slow cooker, crock pot, whatever you want to call it. And I've got half a red onion here. And we're going to first put that in there. Next, what I have is a 16-ounce beer. This is one of the main ingredients that really gives this the amazing flavor this is going to have. So we're going to pour that whole beer in here. I've also got some Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Liquid smoke. You don't have to go too crazy. This is really strong, but, you know, throw a little bit of that in there. And we've got some maple syrup, and we're going to put a little bit of that in there too. Next, we're going to pour our pork chops in there. And now the easy part, we're just going to cover it, and we're going to cook it on low for about 8 to 10 hours, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So here we are about 9 hours later, and in my sink I have a pan and a strainer, because what we're going to do now is strain everything out, but we want to save that juice because we're going to be using it for later. So let's go ahead and pour this into here. So at this point, we're going to start breaking it up. As you can tell, this is just, coming apart with a fork. You want to make sure, obviously, you pull any bones out. Be careful because it's pretty hot. But yeah, get all the bones out and just get that all shredded up with your fork. Or if you want to put gloves on and do it that way. And then we'll move on to the next step. So here we are, and as you can see, we have our pork it's all pulled, deboned, and ready for the final process. I do want to point out, really make sure you get those bones out. As a matter of fact, if you want to just rip those bones off before you put them in the slow cooker to make your job easier, that's up to you. Just a little tip I thought I'd let you know because, like I said, it's important you get the bones out. But anyway, that juice I told you to save before, we're now going to pour a little bit back of that in there. Not much, but just a little bit more. And now for the final, barbecue sauce. If you want this recipe to be great, which is what you really want it to be, you could use my recipe, which is homemade barbecue sauce with a spicy kick. I'll actually put a link to it in the description, and it's just an amazing barbecue sauce. But now we got that in there. We're just going to go ahead and mix that around. And there we go. The pulled pork is now ready. Go ahead and put that on a sandwich. And I'm telling you, this is going to be one of the best pulled pork recipes you ever had. I do want to thank you all for watching, and have a good one.